What if I told you Apple's next Apple TV 4K could change your living room more than your last new TV? The 2025 leaks and rumors are wild. And if even half of them land, this tiny box is about to become the smartest thing under your screen. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, we'll cover the biggest upgrades. The surprise product that could undercut Roku and Fire TV. And at the end, I'll give you the likely release window, price predictions, and whether you should wait or buy. Now, imagine this. You sit down, hit play, and your TV knows the actors on screen, the song that's playing, and it even boosts dialogue automatically. So you never ride the volume during quiet scenes or explosions. You ask, who is that? And the answer appears instantly. Your lights dim, your sound gets clearer, and when you lose the remote, because of course you can finally make it ring. That's the kind of experience Apple is building toward. And 2025 looks like the year it gets real. Silicon and performance, let's start with the silicon, because it decides everything else. Multiple reports point to Apple moving the next Apple TV 4K to either an A16 class chip or the more exciting option, an A17 Pro class chip. Here's what that means for your living room: faster app launches, a super smooth UI, and for the first time, enough headroom to handle modern codecs and high-end games without breaking a sweat. If Apple uses A17 Pro, you're looking at hardware AV1 decoding. Translation: better efficiency and quality for YouTube, 4K and 4K HDR, with less buffering and crisper detail. If you watch a lot of YouTube or sports streams that rely on AV1, that single change is the quiet killer feature. Even if Apple goes A16, you'll feel a speed bump over the current A15 model. But A17 Pro is the one that really unlocks next-gen streaming. Connectivity is the other big story. Expect Wi-Fi 6E at a minimum, which means a clean 6 GHz lane for 4K streams in congested homes. There's also chatter about Wi-Fi 7, if Apple goes there. You get lower latency and higher sustained throughput, perfect for multi-view sports and gaming. Ethernet should stick around on at least one model. Apple's Thread SerS. Matter smart home features are likely to get more reliable and faster. So your lights and sensors respond instantly when scenes change. The remote now. The remote. Apple knows it's the #1 request. The rumor mill is loud about two things. Find My Support that lets you ping the remote. Backlit buttons that glow when you pick it up in the dark. If Apple adds a UWB chip, you could even get precision finding on your iPhone with an arrow guiding you to the couch cushion that ate it. A slightly tweaked layout and better clickpad haptics are also on the table. It sounds small, but a better remote is the kind of daily upgrade you feel every night. Software and smart features. The OS 18 introduced Insight. Who's that actor? What's that song? It's rolling out across Apple's content, with more services expected to plug in. Dialogue enhancement keeps improving, especially if paired with HomePod. Subtitles now pop in automatically when you rewind a few seconds, then get out of the way. Projector Owner's got 21.9 support, and live captions are expanding. None of this needs new hardware, but new hardware will make it snappier, more consistent, and ready for features. Apple hasn't announced yet. Gaming Apple has been pushing console-quality titles on iPhone and Mac. An A17 Pro Apple TV could finally feel like a real living room. Game console for Apple Arcade and Premium. Titles. Faster chips mean higher frame rates. Lower input latency with Bluetooth controllers. More headroom for visual effects cloud gaming on Apple platforms is also improving. If major services bring official tvOS apps, the next Apple TV's networking upgrades will matter even more. If you've ever thought, I'd play more if it just felt smoother, 2025 might be the turning point. Home theater upgrades, home theater lovers. Here's the good news. Apple's Dolby Vision and Atmos pipeline is already excellent. With stronger silicon, expect more consistent 4K HDR across services, cleaner upscaling for 1080p content, smarter audio tricks like better voice isolation without flattening explosions or music. If you own HomePods, the syncing between Apple TV and speakers keeps getting tighter every year. And if Apple launches a new HomePod with a display in 2025, a rumor that won't die, the Apple TV will be its perfect companion, shared Siri context, better handoff, and more just works moments. Design don't expect a wild new look. Apple has gone small, fanless, and quiet. Exactly what you want sitting under a TV. The box will likely stay sleek and minimal. The real changes are inside. Budget Apple TV Stick. Here's the plot twist, a cheaper Apple TV. For years, Apple has explored a lower-cost streaming device to compete with Roku and Fire TV. The buzz for 2025 is that we might finally see it as an Apple TV Stick or Mini. Picture a dongle that plugs straight into HDMI. Delivers Apple TV app, AirPlay, HomeKit control, 4K streaming, all at a much lower price. It probably won't be a gaming beast, storage will be smaller. But for guest rooms, dorms, travel, or anyone deep in the Apple ecosystem who doesn't want to spend over $100, this could be huge. Under-the-radar upgrades, codecs, and picture quality improvements are also expected. Better tone mapping, smoother frame pacing, and improved motion handling will make your picture cleaner and more stable, especially on large screens. Release windows and price predictions based on Apple's pattern. There are two realistic windows. Spring, for home products via press release or small events. Fall, alongside iPhone and Apple Watch launches for maximum attention. Price predictions. Mainstream Apple TV, 4K, $99, $129. Depending on storage and Ethernet, higher-end Apple TV 4K. EX, $149, $179 budget stick, $1479 to undercut premium Roku and Fire TV models. These align with Apple's recent pricing strategy and market trends. Should you wait or buy? If you stream a lot of 4K YouTube or want future-proofing for new codecs and faster gaming, wait. If you keep losing your remote and want Find My Plus backlit buttons, wait. If you want the most reliable streamer for Netflix, Apple TV Plus, Prime Video, Dolby Vision, and Atmos today, the current Apple TV 4K is still excellent. Bottom line, Apple isn't just tuning up a streaming box. They're building a living room computer that amplifies everything you do on your TV. Picture, sound, search, sports, gaming, smart home integration, all seamlessly stitched into Apple's ecosystem. 2025 could be the biggest step forward since the 4K model launched. New chip, smarter software, better remote, and possibly a true budget option. The pieces are in place. If you found this useful, drop a comment. Would you buy a cheaper Apple TV stick, or are you all in on a powerful Apple TV with AV1 and gaming headroom? And what's the one feature you need to see? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.